Hi guys, and welcome back to vlog 4 of On a Tree by a River. New visitors continue to arrive along the Tame Valley all the time. What a great way to start the vlog, and the first for me, the grasshopper warbler. The Builderpuss spring continues to take hold out in the wetlands and in our wet woodlands. Nearly all of our resident birds have now claimed their territory, leaving them with the job of nest building. It's great to see our blue tits making the most of our nest boxes, hopefully then clearing the way for the willow tits to excavate without fear of being ousted, investing their time and effort into a new generation. It seemed appropriate then to highlight in vlog 4 the people and bodies investing time and money into our project. Let's start with our main sponsor, Severn Trent Water, where Zara will explain about the Boost4 Biodiversity Scheme and why On a Tree by a River was so attractive to them.
Hi, my name's Zara Frankton and I'm the Senior Biodiversity Coordinator at Severn Trent. We launched our Great Big Nature Boost this year, and this is our commitment to improve over 2,000 kilometres of watercourse, plant 1.3 million trees and improve 5,000 hectares for biodiversity. So this means either creating or enhancing habitats for biodiversity. So 5,000 hectares is a really large area to cover, so we can't do this on our own, which is why we work with a wide range of organisations and different landowners across the Severn Trent region. This project, On a Tree by a River, was successful in our Boost for Biodiversity grant scheme in 2020. This project ticked a lot of boxes for us. So it involved multiple partners: Warwickshire Wildlife Trust, Tame Valley Wetlands Partnership, West Midlands Bird Group and RSPB. Severn Trent love to see that collaborative way of working and working together on projects. It also created a large area of habitat enhancement. This is great for the endangered species, the willow tit. And also it's great for involving communities and volunteers in the project, which is great for social and physical well-being. If you'd like to get involved and volunteer to help create and enhance habitat for this endangered species, the willow tit, just contact Helen on the details in the description below.
We will talk more about volunteering a little later on. Once we knew the idea for our project had been accepted, it was key to communicate with all parties involved along the Tame Valley wetlands and create a strong strategy. Heading off our project is Ian White, and let's go over to him now at our headquarters right on the banks of the River Tame and find out why he thinks this project is so crucial.
The reason we applied for the funding, and that was right in the middle of lockdown, so we didn't even know if we'd even get to do the project, was that we know that the willow tit is one of our most declining species, but more importantly than that, if we can get things right for willow tits, we can get things right for biodiversity generally. So all the work that we've been doing on this project is yes for willow tits, but it also helps everything else at the same time. So the willow tit really is important, but it's just the tip of that whole biodiversity iceberg.
Crucial to this biodiversity is creating areas of sustainable ecology, and that includes other watercourses outside of the Tame. Let's go over to another member of the team, Andrew, who will explain more.
So we're here at the Langley Brook, which feeds into the River Tame, and it flows via Middleton Pools SSSI and Middleton Pools RSPB Reserve. We work closely with the local landowner, Samuel White Trust, and they have allowed us to work in this amazing bit of wet woodland habitat, which is very rare in the UK nowadays. And we're kind of addressing historical land use and river use issues which have been caused by excessive dredging of rivers and land reclamation for agriculture. So here, for example, we have installed several woody debris which aim at slowing down floodwater and also create a flow variety in the stream, which is otherwise quite uniform because of the dredging. And we also look at lowering some of the banks which have been built up by the dredged material, which allows water to re-enter the wet woodland and keep the wet woodland as a wet woodland, which is a great habitat for the willow tit. Because the stream runs through a lot of agricultural land, it suffers from pollution, namely phosphate and nitrate, which cause algal blooms and also excessive algae to grow on the gravels in the stream, which again are detrimental to the aquatic insect populations. So the overall goal for this project, and projects similar to this what we run in the catchment, is to create a sustainable habitat for the willow tit.
Great opportunity to talk about the work that we're doing here in Middleton on some land owned by the Samuel White Trust, a local charity. We're really keen to give something back to the community and the wider community, and it's wonderful that we've got this fabulous opportunity to create an environment for the willow tit. I mean, I was staggered to discover that 1 in 4 native birds to this country are now on the red endangered list, and the willow tit is the top of that list. We're really keen to create the environment and create an overspill, if you like, so where willow tits are nesting and breeding, that this could become another area for them to expand to, as hopefully their numbers grow.
Checking in with our own willow tits has not been easy, as they are firmly entrenched within their territories, but we have had some tantalising glimpses of the male's territorial calling. The farthest reaches of our project area is RSPB Middleton Lakes. Let's go over now to Warden Will, who will explain his hopes for the project.
Here at Middleton Lakes, we're keen to do this work to create this habitat and get it really good for willow tits, but also make the whole of the Tame Valley a bit of a stronghold and link up all the little bits of this viable habitat from here at Middleton Lakes all the way down to Lady Walk up the Tame. Some of the work we've been doing here, yes, it benefits the willow tit with this kind of pioneer wet woodland and creating a bit of a mosaic and some deadwood. Helps the willow tits, but also helps other bird species. So there's lesser spotted woodpecker, which we have here, which like that kind of thing. That sort of wet woodland with a mosaic helps a lot of the warbler species, particularly willow warblers that we have here. And there's lots of things like all sorts of invertebrates love the soft wet wood, that's some dead wood and stuff like that. So in all different stages of their life cycle, they like that, and of course that's great food for the willow tits and lesser spotted woodpeckers.
The last investors we're going to meet in Vlog 4 are undoubtedly the most crucial, the volunteers. This week we have been sapling planting in wet woodland along the Tame, and let's find out from Lizzie how she feels about the whole volunteering experience.
Well, we're here in this woodland planting trees in areas where we've cleared the rhododendrons that shouldn't be here because they take over, and it's just lovely today. The bluebells are out and they're stretching as far as you can see. We've got bird song, and it's just great. I'm retired and I can't wait for my Tuesdays to come around when I can get out and do something useful to improve what's happening. And it's not only good for the wood, it's really good for me too. I get exercise, I get fresh air, and I get really good friendship and really good fun. We have such a laugh. It's the best thing I do every week. It's so nice to have this wetland and reinstating that, and to know that with any luck we'll have the willow tits back in here nesting and breeding. It's such a pretty little bird, and I've only ever seen one once in my life, and I've never seen one in this woodland. It would be just great to see one again.
But for me as project officer, I have to say the biggest reward would be getting as many of you involved in our project. It won't only be great to meet you, but also to establish a group of like-minded, enthusiastic people who together can bring Britain's most endangered bird back from the brink, the willow tit, on a tree by a river.